Hello, welcome everyone to ACE Weekly. This is my weekly session where I teach you tips and strategies that you can use in your online business. This is all about learning new skills that you can use to create your own earning opportunities. My name is Avalala, and I've been a freelancer now for the past, over 5 years. I was a former high school information technology teacher, so I'm always on the computer, always on the internet. So just turning into a full-time freelancer was a natural transition for me. All right, so let me know who is joining me tonight. Let me know who is here. Just say hi in the comments area. I'm live on my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, as well as my YouTube channel, all with the names Ace It with Apple. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe. If you haven't liked the Facebook page, like it. And if you're not a part of my Facebook group, Ace It with Ava, join it as well. There's also an Ace Weekly Facebook group that you all need to be joining. Let me just put up that information so that you know that you need to be joining this group. It's facebook.com/groups Ace Weekly. That's where you get exclusive content that is shared during the Ace Weekly session. So make sure that you are in this particular group. So I was just waiting a few minutes to allow others to join, but you know that the replay will be available for you to catch it at another time. So I have the Empowered Champions on with me. Hi. I know that's Vivith, my team member in my membership program. Hi, Vivith. Welcome. Be sure to subscribe to her channel. It's called The Empowered Champions. You learn a lot of tips concerning budgeting, earning opportunities, anything to do with savings. It's a great channel. Make sure that you subscribe to it. I also have Garfield here. So let me just put that on the screen so that you know how it's spelled. The Empowered Champions. Head on over there and subscribe to her YouTube channel and get notified when she has posted any of her amazing content. We have Garfield. Good evening, Garfield. We have Beulah. Hi, Beulah. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to remember. Have I had Beulah on live? Glad to have you here, Beulah, and you are very welcome, Vivith. So just checking to see who is here at the moment. But if you are on the mailing list for Ace Weekly, you would have seen that today's session is all about video editing. I'm sure you've heard about video editing, guys. Video editing is one of those skills that is very much in demand. Everyone is using video. I'm sure you're seeing people using video for reels. Reels are what you have on Facebook. You have stories for Instagram, you have shorts for YouTube, just videos in general, Zoom videos they want to be edited, Facebook Lives they want to be edited and repurposed as additional content for courses. So they have videos, and more videos. More videos are popping up every day, and people want their videos to look good. So video editing is one of those skills that is in demand, and you need to make sure that you're on that money making train of learning that skill. So we have Una on as well. Hi, Una. Welcome, welcome. So video editing is one of those skills that you need to really learn. Now, I offer video editing services. I'm a self-taught video editor, and I've learned the tool Movavi. Now, Movavi is not a free video editor. It's not the only video editor that exists, and it is one that is very easy to use. That's why that's one of the ones that I taught myself how to use, and I also teach persons how to use it as well. So that's what we're going to be looking on. Movavi video editor. So I have Facebook user here telling me hello. Remember, if you're commenting in my Facebook group, be sure to put your name so I know who is saying hi and everything like that. Now, where video editing is concerned, you need to make sure that you're very organized with video editing because you have many files working on and you want to be able to find your files. So it's always good to be organized. That's the first step. Make sure that you're very organized as well. All right. So organization is the key. Now, I work with a particular client. Their program is called the Parent Enhancement Program, and that's what I'm going to be using as the example here for showing you how to use Movavi. Now, this is a regular client, and I've been given permission to show her content. So always make sure that you have permission to show clients' work as samples. Don't just go around showing people's work, all right? So no, Movavi is not a free video editor. All right, so let me show you one of the videos that I have edited for this client. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it on her YouTube channel, and then I'll go through the process and show you all about the video editing with Movavi. So let me just get things set up right here to show you this content. So I'm going to be sharing my screen, share screen, and now we're going to head over. Now, this is a video right here. Hopefully, you're going to be hearing everything clearly. So this is one of her videos that I've edited.
I want to talk to the educators, okay? Your teacher, therapists, the ones who talk to the parents, the ones who talk to the children, and how parent coaching can be right in the middle. Talk to the nannies, the babysitters, the caregivers. And I just learned, Carolina, that a nanny, a caregiver, and a babysitter are totally different. We send our children to daycare. That's totally different. And those are the people that we're focusing on today.
Yeah, and when we as parent coaches build up and work on a relationship with a child, of course the parents, have a different relationship, but it's the same that a teacher is facing this relationship with this student, and they need to know so many things that the parent need to know as well, and the therapist as well. And most importantly, we need to connect all these people who is working with a child. The child is in the middle and cannot be confusing for him. Let's say the mother is using timeout. In the school, they are not using timeout. The nanny is rewarding a child with some prize. It's so confusing. They need to know how this world is working. They need to be in alignment. So as you said,
it's very hard, Carolina. It's very.
All right, so that was just an example of a video that I've edited for that particular client. Now, the only part of that video that I didn't edit were the people themselves. So there were two, they're partners, and they're in, as I said, a program called Parent Enhancement Program, where they help parents with tips that they can use to just basically raise their children in a way that is suitable for them. Because, parenting, I'm not a parent myself, but I can imagine that it's a very difficult, rewarding, challenging task to do. So they help persons and guide them through the parenting process. So everything that you saw on that video, the only thing I did not edit were the people themselves. So what I'm going to show you quickly is what I would call the raw unedited version of that video, just to give you an idea of what you can get from a client as a sample. Now, what they did, they're creating content for their YouTube channel around various topics. So they send me the raw unedited file, and they actually recorded that in the Zoom software, and then they wanted to have, a little bit of sprucing up and things like that to the actual video. So I'm just going to open the raw video so that you can get an idea of what it actually looks like. So I'm going to share my screen again and show you the raw video. So hey Denise. All right, so I'll share my screen to show you that particular video. Just a little piece of what it actually looked like. So let me share that. So here's the video.
I want to talk to the educators, okay? Your teacher, therapists, the ones who talk.
So notice that regular Zoom has their black borders. You have each person here, they have the labeling that they have in their Zoom being shown. But if you saw the edited video, you realize that I added my own, what we call titles, to the video just to spruce it up so it looks more visible than the regular Zoom.
To the parents, the ones who talk to the children, and how parent coaching can be right in the middle. Talk to the nannies, the babysitters, the caregivers. And I just learned, Carolina, that a nanny.
So that's an idea of the raw video. I also will edit the pacing of the video, as in if there are any blank spaces, meaning long pauses in the video, I do edits to that as well, just to make sure that the pacing is what we need it to be. All right. So I do that for the video as well. So did you see a difference between the two videos? Give me a 2 in the comments area. Did you see a difference? Yes? 2. Give me a 2. Was there any difference? Did it look any better than what I originally got? Now, my main video editing is to improve existing videos. So I'm not doing video creation per se. I am adding to an existing video to make it better. So that's my kind of editing. So I'll go through and do what we call general cleanup, where you have persons who always are talking about and and they have a long pause between what they're saying and things like that. I also add intros and outros based on what the client may have asked for. And I see someone here saying, I noticed that you added captions. Now, in this particular video, what the client wanted was in bits and pieces. They just wanted certain parts to be shown when they were speaking about it. So this wasn't this isn't an example of, in the true sense of the word, captions, because captions would be through the entire video and they're usually shown at the bottom of the screen. So everything that was said would be a caption. So I was just highlighting certain things that was said in the video. So that's what I was doing there. All right. So we have Garfield say, I think when you're not familiar with it, you won't see it visible like that. All right. So not sure exactly what you are saying. Clarify for me. So he said, if you're not familiar, you won't see it visible like that. All right. So that was just an example of video creation with Movavi for that one. So I'm actually going to show you in the Movavi tool itself how you would go about doing a video like that. Now, I use the Movavi video editor along with Canva, which we know so well. So you'll find that you're not only using the one tool for your video editing, you're using additional tools. And I use many additional tools with my video editing process. So it's not just what the video editor itself offers to you. So I do certain things in Canva as well. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you, remember earlier I said that you want to make sure that you're organized. You have to be organized. So I'm going to show you an example of my organization for that same video. So what I did, I created a folder. Here is a folder right here. And this folder has, let me go into the icons area so you see better. This folder has all the files that I used in that video. So we have the main file, which I received from the client. That's this file right here. And then there were several edits that were done in preparation to getting the video how the client needed. And that's what I'm actually going to walk you through the process. So remember, we started off with this raw video. Looking right here, we have the black screen for Zoom. When you go through, that's all in the raw video. That's all that's there. And then from that, I edited it, can't even say edited it to this other video. And notice I'm naming my files. This one is called First Edit. And this first edit is actually going through and cleaning it up. So where they were saying a lot of ums and ahs, and the partner, her first language is not English, so she had a lot of start and stops when she may not have said the right English word. So I cleaned that up. So if you look at the original video, let me show you here. The original video, if you look down here, is actually 10 minutes and 15 seconds. And after I was done cleaning up for the first edit, it ended up being 9 minutes and 5 seconds. So you saw that I did a good amount of cleanup. And you'll know from your own video editing experience in the future that 1 minute is a whole lot to take off of a video. So you may say, just 1 minute? It's a whole lot. All right. So I went through and did general cleanup. So that was the first edit. And now the second edit, I'm just showing you the progression. So the second edit, it looks different, right? So the second edit now, what have I done? Tell me in the comments area, what have I done with the second edit? It's quite obvious what I've done with the second edit. What did I do? Tell me in the comments area. So this is the second edit. And as I said, you have to be organized with your video editing. Name your files accordingly because these are the same files you're going to be building on and loading into your video editing program so that you can make other changes to it. So I should have one that's saying third edit. So here's third edit. So you notice the third edit is looking quite different. So you see the building, right? You see the building process. So tell me in the comments, what do you see happening in the third edit? Very obvious what's going on. A whole lot is happening in the third edit, isn't it not? So you see, I'm building. And guess what? The third edit wasn't the final edit. The final edit was the one you saw on her YouTube channel that has those, we call them titles. I was putting some text based on what was said in certain parts of the video. And I'll also show you that we also add imagery like videos and actual images to different parts of the video based on what's going on in the video. So I'm just gonna go back and see what some persons are saying in the comments area. All right, so just looking to see what you're saying. All righty, so video editing. So Garfield is saying video editing, seeing the difference. All right, so you can see the difference when you actually compare each video. So a while ago, I'm sure Garfield, you saw the difference, right? You saw the 3 variations that I went through, and there was a fourth and final one, which we'll talk about. So Natalie is saying she can't use Canva very well. Well, Canva is a tool that is very beneficial to you. So as they say, when you're not good at something, practice, practice, practice. All right. So Garfield is saying, does it matter if you use a free version of Canva? No, it doesn't matter. Free is always good, but you'll find that with your video editing, sometimes you have to invest and add other things to your repertoire, your tool kit, right? But free Canva is enough, and you have other options that you can use as well to assist you. All right, so the black area is now white. Yes, the Empowered Champions. Remember to subscribe to that channel. So Beulah is saying, I took out the black bars. I didn't actually take them out. I actually hid them, and I'm going to show you that. So Dennis is asking, did I split the videos? No, I didn't split them. I left the original Zoom as it was. I didn't split them. They're still intact. So Charmaine is saying change the backgrounds for both speakers. Yes, I changed that to white. And Garfield says 3 edit pops out at you. That's the whole point, Garfield. That's why they are going to hire you as their video editor, because you saw what I started with. I started with a plain old drag looking Zoom video with a black background and all these things. And I led to that last video that I showed you. And it got even better because, as I said, for the final video, there were other things that I added as well. So let me know so far based on the content that you have seen. Does video editing seem exciting? Does it seem like something that you'd want to do? Do you want to learn a skill that is a money-making skill? People are making videos left, right, and center using their phones to make these videos, and they want to improve it. They want to make it look better. They want to add things to it. So that's the kind of video editing that I do. I make things look pretty. I add to it, enhance certain things on a raw footage. So I'm not necessarily doing video creation where I'm creating a video for myself from scratch. All right, so you added the logo, added the text, and the names were highlighted. Yes, that was what was done in the third edit. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so we've talked a lot about Movavi. And by the way, like, share this video if you think it's beneficial for anyone that wants to learn about this kind of content. So if you've liked what you've heard so far about video editing, please like this video. If you're on my YouTube channel, like the video. Remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to see. And also Comments help me as well. All right. So Charmaine says, yes, she wants to learn about video editing. And Garfield says, yes, so far. Great to have a skill in your pocket, and not just have it in your pocket, Garfield, because we have a lot of people who are filling their pockets. Their pockets are overflowing with skills. And guess what? They're not earning from these skills that they are learning. So you need to learn and earn, not just learn and learn, right? So you need to be earning from these skills. Okay, so Denise says that I want to do this course. I mentioned it to a friend today. Okay, so let's move on from that. So if you're just joining, remember to join my ACE Weekly Facebook group so that you can get access, to content that is exclusive to that group. Let me put the link in the comments area. Let me just head on over there to my ACE Weekly group. All right, it's not as lively as I would want it to be, but remember, groups are as lively as you make it. So if you're in the group, start asking questions, start commenting, start doing something. All right, so make the group as active as you want it to be. All right, so let me just post this in the comment section so that you can get it. All right, so posting that there. So Garfield is saying what tools are needed. Well, first you need a video editor. So it would be a video editor of your own choice, but I choose to use the Movavi video editor. I use Canva. I use a file compressor. I use a file converter because sometimes the video is not in a format that you can use. So those are just a few of the things that I use. So the link is there to join the group. It's a free group. All you can do is just benefit from the group. All right, so let's head on over into the star of the show, which is Movavi. So let me go and share my screen and let's head on over to Movavi. So let's head on there. So here's my Movavi. I have it on my taskbar pinned because it's my moneymaker tool. So I use it every day. So here it is, Movavi Video Suite. And this is what it looks like. So let me just, so here, this part here, we call it our timeline. Your timeline is where you're going to be placing all of your video clips or images or sound or anything like that. That's what you do in your timeline. You see that there's an area here to add your files. They have some other functions here. Your menu bar areas here, file. You know, you're used to what these things do. They do the regular things in Movavi. So edit, you know, have your undo and your cut and paste. And you have settings, export. Export is when you're usually putting it somewhere else and such. You have these other areas here. You have an area here that you can add some special effects to your videos. You can add what we call transitions to your videos. And transitions are how a clip changes into another clip or how it goes to another clip. So you may have, let me show you here, it may have blinds. You may have, this is one is lens. So you can preview each different transition just to see which one you may want to use. So what will happen is that when a clip moves to another clip, if this is the transition you've chosen, that's how it moves to the clip. So you have all of that. Now remember, I told the person who said about captions, I was saying it wasn't necessarily captions. What I was adding was called titles or text to the video. So this is the area that you can see all of the text variations that they have. So when you click on them, it just shows you what it looks like. This is another one. This is just a background, a plain studio background that they use. So it just allows you to see how the different titles can come in. And of course, you fool around and use an appropriate title based on what the video is about. We have some other fun things here, some stickers, and you have comical stickers and emojis, all these different stickers that you can use. And of course, you have a settings area, tools area that you can do further editing with. So let me show you the video. So I go to file, and with videos, they call them a project. So in Movavi, the file that I've created in this particular video editing tool, it's called a project file. So it's not a video file, it's not an MP4 file, it's not an audio file, it's a project file that can only be opened in your respective video editor. And this is the video editor that I've used. So this is the project file for this video. All right. So this is the video, this is the project file that we use to create the actual video that you saw. So I'm going to open each stage of the video that I showed you, I'm going to show you what the project file looked like. So let me open the project file. I think I did this way back in May. So let me go through and find Mayday. Where is May? All right, so this is the first edit. I'm just going to show you what it looks like as a project file. So let me open it. So May 10 is when I did it. So remember I said that the first file, what I did was to do general edits where I cleaned up the video. So what I did, I added the video here. So I went to File, Add Media, and I looked for the video, and I opened it and added it here. And then I would drag this to what I call my timeline. Now notice that, let me click off of it. It won't be highlighted like this, but each of these are clips. When I added it originally, it was one long clip, but because I did a general edit on it, we have made cuts to the clip. And when you want to separate one part of a video from another part or remove it, we call it cutting or splitting. So I used cuts. And of course, what would I use to cut? I would use this icon here. So notice that there are different times right here. So you have different times that you can use and know, okay, I want to cut at 15 seconds, or you can cut based on what you're listening to. So if I listen and I know that's the area where I want to stop, that's the area I want to cut, that's what I would go ahead and do. So this button here allows you to play through the video.
Carolina, that.
All right, so you can play and listen to what's going on. So this is what the first edit timeline looked like. Look how many cuts. So everywhere you see this cutting, look at right here. These were some precise cuts. I was cutting out a lot of blank, a lot of pauses, things that didn't make any sense to be in the video. Now, this button here allows me to make the timeline scaling smaller so you can get a better idea of how the cuts were done. But if I want to do more precise cuts and see things bigger, I can maximize the scale. So you see different things that you can do in the program. So I'm just making that a little smaller so you can actually get an idea of, I chopped up this video, guys, because it needed a lot of cleanup. And when you watch a clean video, removing the ums and ahs and the long pauses, it just flows. It's just smooth like butter. And clients really appreciate that. They don't even realize that the original video was not that smooth, you know? When you're watching a video and you hear a lot of ums and ahs and these pauses, it makes the video, just to say, kind of slow, for lack of a better word, a little bit boring, you know, you're going through and, you know, not seeing things good. All right, so let's open the other one. So that was the first edit. Remember I showed you. So I'm going all the way back to May, and that was the first edit. If you hear the barking in the background, if you know Ace it with Ava, you know that I have many dogs, and for some reason they're choosing to bark right now. They don't want me to be great, right, guys? All right, so here, notice the timeline looks different now because what I did for that first edit video, I created a video of that first edit and I added that new edited video to this timeline. So this isn't the original video. This is the new video I made from the first edit. And for those who were observant, remember what I did? I added a white background on it. So see, my white background is here. Let me scroll down. My white background is here in the timeline. So when I click, notice that my white background is here. And I'll show you how to do all of that. I actually have a workshop coming up at the end of September where that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to edit in Movavi. And I'm going to show you some of the goodies that you'll get along in this workshop. So that's what the first edit looked like originally. Then we are now on the second edit. As I said, this is the chopped up video you saw originally. Remember the chopped up video? I made a video of that chopping. I created the video from that project file you saw, and I added this new video to another timeline where I did further edits on it. So what I'm doing is building on it. It's easier to build on the different videos instead of having everything chalked up and piled up in the same timeline. So I'm going to open the other project, which was the third video. So let me go back all the way to May. May. Remember, put any questions that you have in the comments area. So let's head on over to me for the third edit. If I am finding it, guys, I'm not seeing it. Okay, so here's the third edit. All right. Now, what it says is missing in the third edit. Sometimes if it can't find a file, that's what it does. So I know where the file is. So I'm going to just locate it for it. I know where you are, file. So remember, I tell you, be organized. That particular file, I moved it long ago, just that one particular file. So it's always trying to find it. All right, and I'll show you all those kinds of stuff. So what it wanted to find was a logo. I moved the logo from where it originally was, and it's saying, Ava, where is the logo? We can't find the logo. It wouldn't open the file unless it's able to find everything that is in that project. So you notice that this project has what? The logo. It has the video with the background. And what have I added? We call these titles. These are titles. So each of these is a title. So if I double click on this one, as you see the name here, this is Jules' title. I notice that it has the sizes around it, so I can make it large and I can make it small. I can move it from one spot to the other. Notice what it was doing? It was covering the original title. You see? So you do a lot of hiding and fixing and mixing in the video editing. So that's what we did with the titles right here. And I added the logo here and the video with the background. And I'm going to jump into the final one. I'm not saving it. I'm jumping into the final edit so you can get an idea of what a final complete timeline will look like. All right, so let's head on over to there. I'm all the way in 2001, 2021, guys. How did I get to 2021? All right, and this is the final one, and you're gonna see that this timeline looks like super different. So in this timeline now, I have my intro. Remember, you saw an intro coming in. Let me play. You saw an intro. Look at the intro. All right, so this is the intro playing here. It's gonna play. It's loading, so it soon play. All right, so yep. Notice that the intro is not attached to the main video clip. So this is one video clip and this is another video clip. So look on the transition between this clip and this clip. So that was a fade transition. Notice how it just it faded into it, and you see that what's going on. Now you may be saying, like, what are these things? What's this up at the top? Remember the titles that I showed you? We call these things B-roll. Have you ever watched a video and you hear the person talking, but you're not seeing them on the screen? You're seeing something else. Either you're seeing another video clip or you're seeing something else other than the person talking, and then you see the person continue talking. This is an example of that. So let me just play a piece of that so you can see.
I just learned, Carolina, that a nanny, a caregiver, and a babysitter are totally different. We send our children.
So you saw that here on the video. I didn't want this part to be shown. I want us to continue to hear her talking, but I wanted to show the text on the screen. So remember, I said you can show text or you can show another video or images. So let me show you what this looks like. This is not actually a video clip on top of this other clip. We call it an overlay. So I'm telling you some of the terms that you can look up.
To me, and they were saying how in high school the children are being more aggressive. You know, the boys are beating up the boys and the girls are now attacking the boys. I mean, we're not talking about.
So you saw how this video clip faded in and faded out. So things like these, in this type of video, the client didn't tell me what they wanted as the actual imagery. All the instruction was add B-roll, make the video more interesting. I want to see some video or some images similar to what I'm speaking about being shown. And I also want some text to be included in the video based on what I'm saying. So those are some things that the client had instructed to have. So each of these that you see here, these were additional imagery added just to make it more interesting. Let me just show you this other part here.
When you send your child to daycare, there is one person for 5 different children. But when you're
So what happens with B-roll? It takes time. You have to listen to what's being said in the video and then do your research and find video clips or images that are similar to what the client is talking about in their video. So remember I said I use Canva as one of my tools in addition to Movavi. So in Canva, I'm sure you know that Canva has some video editing clips in there, some video clips I should say in there. So I use the Canva clips. All right, so I'm just checking to see if anybody has been making any comments. What do you think about what you've seen so far? It may look a little bit complicated because obviously if you're not familiar or know anything about what's going on, it may seem strange, it may seem new, it may seem foreign, but does it seem interesting? Does it seem like something you want to learn? Now, I have been so, I'm not even looking back. I'm so glad I taught myself how to video edit because it is my most lucrative service and it's also one of the more popular services. You can charge higher prices for editing videos, and people, as I said, are always making videos. I said I'll do a tally to tell you how much I've made so far in US dollars in video editing, but just off roughly off my head, just on the Fiverr platform itself. For those who don't know about Fiverr, it's a platform that you can use to sell digital services. On that platform itself, I'm sure I've gone over 6,000 US dollars so far, and I don't do video editing full time. All right, so it is something that you are able to make money from. All right, so we have Beulah saying very interesting. Greta, my amazing superstar team member in my membership program, who give her anything and she'll just run with it and learn it and just be creative with it. Greta, I just have to big you up. Yes, it's very interesting. And Vivith is saying, Vivith, my team member as well, The Empowered Champions. Remember to go and subscribe to that YouTube channel, The Empowered Champions. It is very interesting to learn and earn. All right. And Denise says it also seems interesting. Denise was also saying, did you add animation to the text that was added? Yes, Denise. And I'm going to show you in Canva how I went about doing that. All right. So let me head on over to Canva because remember I told you I use Canva as well with this. Okay, so let me share my screen once more. Share screen. So jumping over to Canva. So what I do is that with videos, most persons may send you their video in what we call the measurement 1280 by 720. They usually just say 720 p, that's pixels, or they may send you a video in the dimensions 1920 by 1080 p. All right, so what I do, depending on the size of the dimensions of the video, I will in Canva, if I'm going to use any additional information from Canva, like if I'm adding text titles like you saw me have, I will customize my what I'm going to add. So I go to where I go to create a design, and then I go to custom size, and I will type in my 1280 by 720 pics, and then I click create new design, and it comes up with this. So if I know that I need to search for child running, let me say just child running, I go to videos because I want a video. I could want an image as well. So I go to video. Remember, if you're using free Canva, anyone that has pro on it, it's not free to use. So I can type in the search child running because I heard her say something like that in the video. We're just pretending. Press enter, and then you look through and you see which video that you're able to use based on what you have searched for. So remember, I said that sometimes you may have to make an investment sometimes if you're not finding clips that are free to use. But guess what? There are other websites you can use to get video. You have one called pixabay.com, where right here, where you have images, you can actually search using videos. And I can put child running. And by the way, if you put in a certain keyword and that's not working, just type in a different kind of keyword. I could put children, and anywhere that you see it says free, you can use that. Anywhere it says sponsored, these are paid videos. So these are the free videos that Pixabay has read children doing something. So based on what the child is doing or whatever I heard in the video, I would just search for different combinations of keywords and try to find a video that I can use. I suppose it was about, she spoke about child playing. And this looks like, oh, child playing. Yeah, is that child playing? I would just go to free download and I would try to choose a dimension that's similar to the video dimension. In this case, this video actually is matching my exact dimensions. So I leave it. I can just click on the one I want, click download, and it has downloaded it here. I head on back over to Canva and I go to upload files, and I should see the file right here. And then I can just drag the file onto my canvas here once it finishes uploading. So I'll just drag it over there. So once that blue bar is up, I can just drag it. I think my internet is lagging a bit. Okay, so I just drag it, let it snap in. If I didn't want it to snap in, let me show you. I can just drag it and release my left mouse button in the middle of the page, and I can drag, and if suppose I don't want to see some of the fountain, I can drag it off the page. It really doesn't matter. So you can decide how you want to arrange your video. If I didn't even want the little boy to show, I could take him out completely so that little boy is not showing. I just want the little girl. All right, so just showing you it's so flexible. And then what I would do now, I would go to share and download my video and use that in my Movavi timeline. To answer Denise's question, where text is concerned, let me go back to home. I'm going to choose the same size. So create a design, custom size, 1280 by 720. And then I go to text. And let's say in the video, I'm even going to type what I'm typing. I'm going to type something. So I'm going to type Movavi, that's how it's spelled, is a great video editing tool that you can use to edit videos. All right. So, in Canva, you can size by using the sizers here. I can make it bigger. I can click inside with the four-way arrow and move it. I can change the colors. So if I want great video editing tool to stand out, I select it and I go to the color here. And my purple, Avon purple. And then Denise, Canva has text animation. So I just click on animate and I have all of these animation features to choose from. And it gives me a sample. So bounce looks like this. Burst, I love to use burst. We have block, I love that one too. We have typewriter. We have ascend. So you choose which one you want. So let's say I chose burst. All right, so that's what it looks like. Now the thing is, if you're using text like this kind of thing in your video, you have to listen to it. You have to time it based on what you're hearing in the video, as in the pace. In other words, when the person is saying it, you want the text to be kind of matching up as close as possible. So here, you can actually, let me click off outside of it. Here, you can actually lengthen. See, now by default, it's 5 seconds. You can use this little button right here and you can lengthen the time of how long this will take to be a video. So it will be a 9-second video or a whatever. So suppose for 8 seconds, the person was talking and then they ended the word videos at 8 seconds. You don't want to have a 5-second file because your video clip that you're showing with them talking the text, saying the text, is going to finish before they have completed the text, if you understand what I mean. So you have to, it takes pacing, it takes timing, it takes work, it's work. But of course, when you're practicing and you're learning and you're being taught how to do it, it's very easy to do. So that's just one example of that. All right, so just checking over to see if there are any questions based on what I have been saying. No questions? What do you think of the presentation so far? Video editing, do you like it? Do you think you can do it? And by the way, that's just one example. I was just showing an example of that particular client's video. That isn't the video editing. That's just how I do it for that particular client. There are other clients that I do videos for, and I show you how to video edit in general. And then I can show you some of the clients that I work for and things that I realize that clients themselves are asking for. A lot of persons are creating courses and they want these course videos to be edited. So you see the crawler on the screen. Join my ACE Weekly group, www.facebook.com/groups/ACE Weekly, and get content there. All right. So, as I was saying, I'm inviting you to be a part of a workshop I'm having at the end of September, September 24th. Let me see if it's the right dates I have. So, September 24th and 25th is a 2-day workshop. Let me show you the details of this workshop. So, let me share my screen here. So, Sandra says she's always wanted to learn that. All right. So let me show you on my screen the details of this workshop. So let's go share here and share there. So here it is. It's a 2-day workshop. Learn video editing with Movavi. So it's a 2-day virtual workshop. And you learn how to use the Movavi video editor. And of course, due to the nature of video editing, I want this to be a personalized workshop. I don't want to have a large class where I can't even interact with you individually. So there are only 10 spots that are available in this particular class. So once I have 10, that's it. All right. So what will you be getting? So other than the workshop, the live workshop in the 2 days, you'll be getting step-by-step tutorial videos. I will be giving you the Movavi video editor as well as assisting you with installation if necessary, of course, before the workshop, because you need to have it installed on your computer. The 2-day live workshop, it's 2 hours for each day. It's, as I said, it was Saturday and a Sunday. So Saturday the 24th and Sunday the 25th of September. And you will be getting recordings of the live sessions added to a private Facebook group. And I'm going to drop the link that you can use to reserve your spot, allowing you to reserve your spot. It's in advance. So you can say, okay, yes, I'm interested in being a part of it. By you filling out this form, you're not committing to be in the class. You're just asking, can you save a spot for me? And if I'm able to be a part of the class, then at least I indicated so, and that spot has been reserved for you. All right. So that link is there that you can complete the form to reserve your spot. So it also gives you more details about the workshop. So just look at the form, whether or not you're going to sign up. There's more information on the form that is relevant for you and important, so you understand what the class is about. So I have something very interesting. So as I said, there are 10 spots, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to have one free spot that I'm going to open up. But of course, I'm not just going to just throw you in and say, yeah, you get in free. So one free spot means this person does not have to pay. You get access to everything that somebody who paid gets access to. And this is how you can get eligible for that free spot. So the first person that does what I'm going to show you on the screen now. So let me show you this. Let me show you on the screen. Are you excited, guys? This is so exciting. All right. So the requirements for the free spot eligibility, and I'm going to email this to you. So for those who are on the mailing list, I'm going to email it to you. If you're not on the mailing list, then I can't send you. If you want to be on the mailing list, send me an email at acewithava@gmail.com if you want to be on the mailing list. This mailing list, I email the replay of the session, as well as you get emails about anything that's happening with any upcoming courses or any additional information that can help you with your business. All right, so how will you get eligible for this run free spot? So these are links to that same client that I told you about, Parent Enhancement Program. They have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, as well as a blog. So the first person, let me put this in the chat so you can get the link. So I'm making it an open link, but of course, as a viewer, I don't want anybody editing it. So let me just head on over and add that in the comments area for you. I'll also be sending it out via email. So the first person who can do all of these things, comment on two, just two of any of the items shown here on the screen. So here it is. So I see somebody in the file already. So the first person that can send me a screenshot of commenting on these two Instagram posts, let me open them so you can see what they look like. So when you open it, here's the Instagram post. This is one of the videos I've edited for them. All you need to do is comment something relevant to the video. You can't just randomly just write foolishness. Comment something based on what you've seen in the video. All right. So one comment on this post, one comment on this Instagram, one comment on this YouTube video, one comment on this YouTube video, one comment on this blog post, another comment on this blog post. And no, this was a blog. These two are blogs and these two are Facebook posts. And then you send a picture of proof that you have made these comments to acewithava@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp 429-5167 with this image. The first person to do so, you've locked in your free spot. All right, so the cost for the class, the 2-day workshop, is 15,000 Jamaican dollars, but there's an early bird special. You'll see the details in the link, the form link. You can pay $10,000 if you register early. All right, so that's the Learn Video Editing with Movavi class. All right, so video editing, it is a skill that is lucrative. It's a skill that is exciting. It's not one of those necessarily mundane tasks. Sometimes you have some videos that you say, oh my God, I can't finish this video. But what work do you have that you don't have that at times, right? But it's one of those skills that's not going anywhere. So I would put it in line with skills like transcription, writing, website design, just general design, social media design, social media management. These skills are not going anywhere because people keep on needing these skills so that persons can create certain things for them. So if you want more information, remember you can email me at acewithava@gmail.com. And I always have to close by reminding you that I do have a membership program. It's Let's Ace It Together, right? Where I offer you tools, me, so that I can assist you in anything that you need with your online business. It doesn't even have to be an online business. General work, you need to use online tools to help you as well. And it is a paid membership, monthly membership of $3,000 Jamaican or 20 US dollars per month. So if you want more information about that, you can send me a WhatsApp message at 429-5167. So in this membership program, if you are already a part of this program, because I know some of my members are on it, you get access, VIP access to the Movavi video editing class. So you do not have to pay any additional money. You're already in the membership program. So you get VIP access to everything that you saw me mention before. And you can come on live on those 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday, and get access to that content as well. All right. So thank you guys as usual for joining me for the ACE weekly session. The replay will be sent out. If you're in the mailing list, you'll get it. If you're in the Facebook group, you'll see it. Just make sure that you look out for the replay of the session. Any questions that you have, you can email me at acewithava@gmail.com. If you have any other comments, you can put it in the comments area and I will see it after the session and can answer it. Remember to like the video, show it some love. It helps me. Comment. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and like the video there. And if you're in my Facebook group, just give me some feedback about what you thought about this session and if you think it's something that you are able to do. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Bye and have a great rest of the night. Bye, guys.